Chloe and Ray with Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And we are going to be playing with the Nomad Ghost Town palette. So if that's what you're into and you want to see what kind of looks we create, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. And here's some lazy girl swatches. This was with no primer, just one swipe. A couple of them I did 2 swipes, but basically just a quick swipe. This is it under lights. And here, let me lower one of the lights here. And there you can see it basically in more natural light. There we go, lights back on. There you go. Some of these shimmers look really beautiful. Look at that one there, that one there, ooh, that one, that one. There we go. Can't wait to pop these onto my eyes. All right, on to the next part of the video. Oh, hey, I was just panning for gold. Alrighty, so we got, with our purchase of the Nomad Ghost Town, we got ourselves a little card here. You could win a $100 gift card, I guess, or you could win a discount. And what did we get? We got get 15% off your next order with Ghost Town 15. So no $100 for me and Martha. We thought we could each get a palette, but 15% off, penny saved is penny saved. So now you know what we're talking about today. It is the Nomad Ghost Town palette. This is the one for Halloween. So this is it here. This is the Intense Eyeshadow palette. And it is a color story of gritty hues and precious metal highlights formulated with the extra fine pigments for smoother than silver feel and richer than platinum payoff. Influence with prickly pear cactus seed oil to help keep colors fresh no matter what dusty town you ride into. 9 cool as sterling mattes and 9 glitzy gold shimmers inspired by the ghostly towns of the Wild West. And this is, again, a destination, the American frontier, and haunted towns and abandoned mines. There's ghosts in them there hills. So here we go. So this is the outer packaging, and then the inside palette looks like so. And of course it has the lithograph on. I think it's lithograph. I don't know, can't say it. Lithograph something. But anyways, it's very cool. So there you've got the Old West look, and then you got the haunted rider coming into town. It is very cool. It is very similar to the Haunted Europe, again with the cool thingamabobber on the outside. Packaging is nice and the same size. This has just a little bit slightly different of a feel, but it's the same thing. It's the cardboard. And then peeking inside, we have our paper, cover the mirror, and this is the beautiful color story here. And I think that this color story is going to work out perfectly in a pairing with the Haunted Europe. And then I'll first show you here. I don't have the paper. No, this one had originally come with the plastic, but when you see it here, and then let's see if I can hold up both here. So I think these would go together famously. So you could definitely mix and match with these two. They have a similar feel, but the color story is quite different, with this one having some more oranges and pinky purples. And this one feels like a little bit more mattes to it. But there we go. So don't want to drop my Haunted Europe. So we are going to do a look with the Ghost Town palette. So let's pop this, how about it in the drawer, nice and safe. So let's again take a look at this color story and see what we want to do today. So again, this one had a nice section of neutrals. So you got like the neutral mattes here, and then you've got these nice, like this looks like a copper penny, and then a nice kind of bronzy shade. And then here again, like the other one had a little bit of purple too, but this is a bit brighter. Then you've got some like grayish blue greens, and then some like green shades. Then of course things that look like gold, silver, I guess, bronze. And then you've got like the sage greens. This definitely does give a bit of a ghost town Wild West feel. So I'm quite excited. These look really, really pretty. But I also really like the idea of these here. There's definitely would like to do a look here, a look here, a look here, and maybe even a look here. So there's definitely some, you know, or different quads. There's definitely some great quadrants here where you could play with color. So while I decide, I will put down the primer on our eyeballs. And yeah, so I love everything Halloween. As you can see, I broke the no buy. I'm trying not to do anything for September. Like I said, July, August, I kind of broke the no buy. I'm planning to go anyways next year into a low buy, no buy, where, because I'm thinking I want to continue with the ice cream boxes, and then maybe letting myself have 1 or 2 releases. If they're super special, then I might allow that. I'm really trying to work towards saving. We've got new windows coming into my building, so I shouldn't be spending money. But I do love Halloween. I do love Nomad. And yes, I was so excited to get this palette. I forgot to use anybody's discount. I saved all the discount codes and I just went in the basket, go, go, go. And then since this went to my friend Martha's box at Point Roberts, we got this really, really quickly. It shipped out really, really quick. No, I mean, Nomad's generally very good at getting things shipped out. I went out last night, so again, eyelash glue. They are always really, really quick at getting, or at least they have for me, getting orders out. And so it was literally shipped by the next day. And yeah, it only took a few days to get to us. And yeah, so I was able to get this up pretty quick. I know most, major YouTubers have already done all their videos on this. So you will have definitely have seen this done by, I would say, I think at least 6 or 7 creators showed up on my feed saying that they had done this. So most of this will not be new to you. I haven't quite decided if I would do swatches. If I do, they'll be in the beginning of the video. So now that we are primed, let's play with something here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I want to play with these kind of moody shades here. So I think we're going to go into here and then into here. Well, maybe like this, because that's a very pretty silver there as well. So I remember to bring my magnifying glass, and now let's look at some colors here. So I think we are going to start with the shade that is called, so it is Dead Man's Hand. So that is the first one we're going to try there. Though those sagey greens are calling, we're gonna be good. So yeah, very nice and dark. So let's bring this along to our outer edge here. Yeah, so it's it looks almost black in the pan, but it is definitely a dark blue-gray. Could have maybe used my regular eye primer, but I think because we're going to have some silvers in here, I think white was still the best go, and then we can always build this color up. So I'm just going to go and place this here, and then we can intensify it as we go. Again, they always make shadows that go on really well, but you can build them up. They are beautiful, but never, like I said, I don't think I've ever had to do, like, unless it's just picking a wrong color, like a damage control or anything by Nomad. I think this is why I quite like their makeup. Besides that, they always have fabulous themes and they always make it an event when everything gets released. So that always adds some fun there. I'm going to save anything that is kind of like Halloween look inspired till October, I think. I'm contemplating if I should do a month of Halloween looks, but then I'm going to have to do some research. If I'm just going to do spooky color stories, because I do have now at this point, the last few years, I would say I think it started 3 years ago with the Shroud Cosmetics kind of bringing a light to Halloween releases being needed, and I think a lot of people have now followed suit. So the last 3 years, I've been starting to collect some nice Halloween inspired makeup. And that said about me being good, Glamlight is releasing this thing. Well, anyways, they're having a beautiful spooky release coming. I will pop the name if I remember. Yeah, see, so now you can see this color is going on nice. As I'm patting it on, it's getting that nice intensity. And then you can really see the nice color that this is. It's terrible. And then again, I can always fix wings afterwards. I didn't put on any base. I think I may even forgot to put on skincare this morning, so I'm a little less shiny than I normally am, I think, when we start these videos. So there we go. That is Dead Man's Hand. Oh, I can read it from this angle. All right. So the next shade that we are looking at is Calamity Chain. Oh, I can read that easily. How cool is that? So that is this shade here. I did not look at anybody else's videos. I wanted to play with this myself. So if I'm using colors that everybody else has used, sorry. Not sorry. These are the colors I wanted to use. Alrighty, actually this one. Now we are going to go again into Calamity Chain, and this is looking very, from this angle, very green. So let's see. Okay, yes, this one where the other one was definitely more, I think this has leans a slightly more gray. This one's leaning slightly more green. They look way more different in the pan than they are on the eye. It's very, feeling like a very subtle difference. Like this one, like I said, is leaning slightly more towards the green side, like a patinaed green, and this one has a little bit more blue. But again, we can always build and add more as we're going on because we're just kind of placing the color. And I am not a makeup expert. I mean, it could have been, I just like it a lot. A lot. If you see my collection video, maybe I'll remember to post it. Eyeshadow collection. I did declutter a few, but now I'm just adding to the mix. What can you say? I'm going to take a fluffy brush and then I am just going to blendy a little bit. Actually, I went to a flopper bar last night. I think some of this colors would have done a nice smoky eye look for that too. I did black, gray, and silver using my little Natasha Denona one. Yeah, see? Pretty similar, but a little bit of difference. But we will build up, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go back into Dead Man's Hand and see if I can pat on a little bit more. Okay, so then the next shade I'm going to go into is called Skinner's Saloon. So that is that shade there. So we're going to do that on the front part. Here we go, Skinner's Saloon. There's not too much kick up, which is always nice. There we go. So yes, it does have, again, the same thing, a little bit like of a green to it, green into the gray. Oh, I really like this color. I really like the Skinner Saloon shade. This is really pretty. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely do a little bit of enhancing and adding to that second shade, Calamity Chain shade. But I really like this shade. Yeah, that's super pretty. All right, so now we're going to go into back into Calamity Chain, and I'm going to see if I can add a little bit more depth in the middle there, because I think I might have taken that Skinner Saloon over a little bit. There we go. Now we can see the different shade gradations. Oops. All right. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm going to start with Dead Man's Hand along the outer edge. Like so. And I can clean up again a little bit with a sponge. And then I'm going to add another color. I'm going to put a wrinkle into the works, and I'm going to use the shade that's called Stagecoach Mary. I think this was the only answer I got right on one of the questions, and that's that shade there. And we're going to do that in the front part. So that's that nice grungy green. So we're going to stick that there, just so we can test out another color. And there we go. Actually kind of close to my eye color. Okay, so now let's play with some of the shimmers. I forgot a spray. All right, so first up, I want to do along the top, let's do the shade called Smokey Quartz, and I'm gonna do a line along the top. Let's see if I need to go and grab my spray or not. I'm gonna find out in a second. And then they've got nice little imprints in here, like they've got like a skeleton from, looks like buffalo, and then they've got like shovels and pickaxes and cowboys. There's some really cute little imprints in there. Maybe I'm gonna need a spray. Hold on. I'm always so gentle in the beginning because I don't want to wreck any of the imprints, but you need to get to the shadow. Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab my spray and we'll be back in a second. It wouldn't be a video if I didn't forget something, huh? Alrighty, so let's see if that helps a little. Yes, indeed. That is helping me place some of that color on top there. I wonder if I should have went with the lighter one. It's alright. Just to give a little shimmer there. Now there's supposed to be some new ones in here. This one feels more like their older one, but just looking at how bright some of the other ones are, I can definitely think that there is been some change to the formula. Because I don't know if it was supposed to be all the shimmers were changing or just some of them. And there we go. A little shimmer there. Alrighty, so now for the lid, we are gonna go with the shade called Quicksilver, and that's that shade there. So we're gonna do that one over the lid. So yeah, we're gonna go into Quicksilver. Okay, this one is a little bit softer, so be careful how you grab that one. That's nice. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's nice. This one definitely feels different from the last shimmers I've been using from them. Oh, nice. All right, of course, we're gonna do the flangey test. Ooh, nice and soft. Yeah, it's a beautiful silver shade. Okay, so this packs on nicely with the finger and nicely if you use a little bit of spray. So, nice. Yeah, that is, ooh, super pretty. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna actually take a little bit of that smoked quartz And then I'm going to put a little bit of that on the outer edge too. A little bit of shimmer there too, but just using the dark. And then for the inner corner, okay, so let's do the shade Gold Rush right there. And then I'm going to pop a little of that into the inner corner. Let's have something that is completely different than the rest of the look. And then a little spray. That's a nice light gold. Looks darker in the pan, but it's going on a little bit lighter, which is good by me. Okay, so I'm gonna go do base liner and the whole thing, and then we will come back. Okay, we're back. Here is our final look. I thought I'd bring out part of my little steampunk outfit I have to go with our ghost town theme. And yeah, so additional things, I used my Nomad Sydney Bather. I used a little bit of the bronzer and a little bit of this highlight on top of my blush. I did blush kind of old school. I actually used a 1915 based blush. So I did a little bit more on the apples. And then for lips, I went neutral, and I've got this shade from Unearthly Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Delight. Yes, the shade Delight. So there we go. There is our first play with the Ghost Town USA by Nomad Cosmetics. So if you liked this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still play with all things Nomad together, especially Halloween. As always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.